Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Under the Radar, a place where we discuss your favorite basketball players inside and outside the NBA. Today's story is Bronny James Jr. Now, how did Bronny quickly become one of the brightest young stars in high school basketball today? And as we know, how did he do it without, his dad's, superstardom? Now, let's roll the clock a bit. LeBron Raymond Bronny James was born on October 6, 2004 in Cleveland, Ohio. As a child, Bronny would play several sports including basketball and soccer, but LeBron did not allow him to play football and ice hockey, not because that he didn't think that Bronny is going to, dominate, football and ice hockey, which he could probably, but he did not want Bronny to get hurt, as a kid. I mean, football and hockey are really, really physically demanding sports, so it's good that he stays away from, those two sports. By 2014, Bronny was being featured in several highlight reels, in YouTube across the internet that drew national attention. And in February 2018, Bronny guided Old Trail School in Bath Township, Summit County, Ohio, where, he attended middle school, to an independent school league tournament win. And actually, Bronny competed in a lot of AAU teams back, his early high school days and middle school days, At the age of 9, he played for the Miami City Ballers in 4th grade in the AAU tournament while being observed by head coach John Calipari. What? Mr. John Calipari of the Kentucky Wildcats observed you as a grade 4. Man, that's crazy. That's already crazy as itself. Just imagine John Calipari looking at you and you're just a grade 4 student. That's how special you are. And in June 2015, Bronny led the Gulf Coast Blue Chips, the AAU team, to a 4th grade championship at the Dallas Hype Sports Summer Jam. And also in 2018, he helped the North Coast Blue Chips, one of the most iconic AAU teams of all time, to capture a John Lucas All-Star Weekend title in Houston. On April 2018, his Blue Chips finished undefeated and claimed the Under-13 championship at the New York to LA Swish and Dish tournament in Wisconsin. So you already know, ladies and gentlemen, the North Coast Blue Chips team was literally unstoppable. One of the best AAU teams of all time. I'm not joking with you. In June, Bronny represented, the same exact team and took them to the Junior NBA Midwest Championships, and they destroyed 9th graders and advanced to the quarterfinals. In April 2019, despite being, younger than most of the competition, at age 14, my man Bronny, you know what he did? He decided to join Strive for Greatness, the under-16 Nike EYBL team. Imagine being a 14-year-old going against 16-year-olds. These 16-year-olds in the Nike EYBL, they're kind of like built like NBA players almost. Now, he faced, a lot of highly coveted recruits and drew plays from scouts because, come on, a 14-year-old against 16-year-old monsters? Come on, give this guy a chance. On August 6, 2018, Bronny decided to enroll at Crossroads School in, Santa Monica, California, where he, played with Shaquille O'Neal. And the O'Neal brothers were there, along with Sharif was there, and then Yuki Okobo. The sad part about, his move to Crossroads, California state rules apparently prevented Bronny from playing the varsity team since he was just an 8th grader. That is some BS. And we've, mentioned and we've discussed in the past, previously, that Bronny can literally take kids that are older than him. So his skills, his maturity, and the physicality is nothing new to him. So that is some BS for the California State Committee not letting him, play his varsity year. Now, on December 3, 2018, in his first game for Crossroads, Bronny scored 27 points in a 61-48 victory over Culver City. And on May 29, 2019, Bronny and Bryce, the James brothers, decided to transfer to Sierra Canyon School another amazing school in Los Angeles for his freshman year of high school, and he joined Dwayne Wade's son, Zaire, who's also actually attending the school at the exact same time, which is quite hype, quite nice. And a lot of people, a lot of good prospects that are there, not to mention Amari Bailey, clearly the best guard in high school basketball right now going into college. You have Brandon Boston Jr., who's playing with the Clippers, who went to Kentucky. And then you have Zaire Williams, who ended up playing for Stanford, and then eventually going to Memphis, Memphis Grizzlies, to play NBA basketball with. So the sad part about having a lot of 5-star recruits around you is, yes, you'll have the spotlight, but if you don't have the correct minute allocation, it's going to run against you. Because if you think about it, Brandon Boston and Zaire Williams, both Zaire Williams and Zaire Wade, all three of them are like 2-3 guards. They can play 1 to 3. And Bronny is a 1 to 3 type of guy. He has quite a offensive IQ, so he can play the 1. He can shoot extremely well, so he can play the 2. And he is really physical. He could maybe play a little bit of 3. But the thing is here, if you have other 5-star recruits around you playing this exact same position, you're not going to get a lot of minutes. You're not going to get a lot of buckets. So that's what ended up happening, sadly. Now, Bronny had good, parts here and there. When he won against Montgomery High School, scoring double-digit points with 10. And then on December 14, Bronny scored 17 points against, his dad's alma mater, St. Vincent St. Mary, covered in ESPN, and I watched the whole entire thing. And then he had his career high of 17 points in a victory over Viewpoint High School. And because of this inconsistency of performance and a bad allocation of minutes, I'm not bashing the coach at all. I mean, if I was the coach, then how am I going to coach Bronny or allocate as much minutes for Bronny if a lot of my 5-star recruits are playing the exact same roles as Bronny? So what ended up happening, sadly, was Bronny averaged 4 points in 15 minutes per game for his freshman season because of this 5-star recruit type of thing. And then he only appeared in 34 games, and sadly he sat out his sophomore season because he tore his meniscus. So he needed the surgery, so he had to sit out. And as of this recording in 2021, 24/7 Sports recorded a lot of Division I programs: Kentucky, Duke, Kansas, North Carolina, and UCLA. And Kentucky, as the only school that has seriously, made an offer for Bronny with, a scholarship offer. And 24/7 also dropped Bronny from the 27th best to the 52nd best in his, class because of this unfortunate past 2 seasons with him with injuries and the lack of allocation of minutes and, numbers dropping. So sadly, they dropped his ranking. And because of, his amazing performances that I've been seeing in the Hawaiian Classic and Bronny starting the season with 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals against, West Ranch High School, this is really good looks and good news for Bronny. If he keeps consistently averaging these numbers for the rest of his high school career, I'm willing to bet you, ladies and gentlemen, if he has an amazing, solid college career, Bronny is going to be in the NBA. I'm hoping in the future that Bronny and LeBron would play to have, I think, the first ever father and son duo. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching all my videos this year. I hope you spend a lot of amazing time with your family, and I shall see you all next week or next year. So if you enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button and make it turn blue, and hit that red subscribe button to join the amazing family here and outside the lines. And I shall see you all next year. God bless, stay safe, goodbye.